Welcome to the GTA 5, a sharkcard conspiracy, Part 1, a Hwanti Hum presentation. Today guys, we're going to be looking in to how Rockstar force everyone to buy shark cards and why GTA Online is now pay to play. It all began with this. An official Rockstar plan for GTA 5. Classified information. Number 1. Make idiots crossed out. Players buy shark cards. Number 2. Sit back and watch the dollar roll in. Then in brackets, sit in big chairs spinning and laughing like a turd. Now these are official documents. I found this from a hidden archive at Rockstar themselves. And it's classified because they didn't want the public, their community, to see what bigots they actually are. What we're going to do is look at how they did it with this episode focusing on heists. So it all begins with the first heist, the Fleeker job. Now, in this heist, it's very short, little earning money, but you can do it quick. At least you could. But let's look at how the shark card conspiracy affects this heist. A major bug that makes Elite Challenge impossible. Right, so in the final heist, after you've been into the bank, you're riding down the motorway and Eddie Toe is meant to come over in the cargo bob with the magnet and pick you up, correct? Well, he used to do that. And now all he does is fly hovering in his spawn position. Then you'll carry on driving down, he'll move a bit closer, but then he'll just fly around in circles, and then after a while he'll fly off. The only way now you can actually finish this heist is he land or do a little exploit shooting the cargo bob and taking over it yourself, parking it above a garage and driving your car under the magnet yourself in order to make the connection and end the heist. It's completely bugged, it takes ages, and it stops the Elite Challenge being even possible, which has been a bug for quite a long time and it hasn't been fixed. Next we have, it can't be repeated quickly as an easy grind for the dollar. Now, if you're new to the game or you don't own a business and you need to make some good money, the Fleeker job was a very efficient way. You could repeat this job over and over, making relatively quick cash. But now they've implemented a feature where you can't actually repeat heists very quickly. You have to wait a cooldown time, stopping grinding, making money a lot slower to earn for new players, and forcing you to buy the businesses, which are very overpriced, but we'll come to that in another video. Number 3. They spend time patching exploits that will help you earn money, but won't patch things that are broken and stopping you earning money. But again, we'll come to that later on. Now, the next one is the third heist, Humane Labs. Now, this is just a small thing, but I think it's still worth mentioning. So, setup 3, where you steal the Hydra for the EMP that's inside of it. The jets are bugged, so they no longer fly to you, and you have to fly to where they would spawn to destroy them. Now, even though this isn't affecting money outcome too much, it's only extending the setup by a few minutes, meaning the leader is making less money because he doesn't get paid for setups. However, this is taken away from the fun of the game, where this setup was one of my favourites in all the heist. It was really fun and satisfying to do, like the big dog fight and then Danger Zone starts playing. But now you're just flying to places and shooting jets that haven't even take off. It's a shame, Rockstar. It's a bloody shame. Sort your game out, come on. Now the next one is the fourth heist, which is Series A funding, the Trevor heist, if you can even call it a heist. So, the final pay is the same as Prison Break, apart from 5k, but and there are more setups, but the setup cost is more, meaning the leader earns a lot less for this heist. So extra setups means that the other three players do get nice amounts of cash, but the leader doesn't get paid for the setup. So those people are earning more than the leader, and the actual setup for the costs more. So this isn't going to be a heist that anyone wants to set up. You get no benefits from it. It's just a way for Rockstar to pick off on one person. Now, talking more about the final cut, the amount of drugs collected in setups mean you would earn a lot more than you actually get. So you get like tens of kilograms of cocaine and weed and molly, etc., which you could sell for lots of money. And granted, Trevor's company do need to make a profit, so they do get a good cut. But only giving you 505k for doing all of that work, putting your life and like you being potentially imprisoned, all just for a bit of cash, when you could earn that same amount of money doing something else a lot less illegal for a bit more time. Trevor gets caught anyway, so the heist is pointless, and he doesn't even take the money when he runs away. Now this really gets me. You've spent all this time doing a heist, you've been paid a measly cut, and then Trevor gets caught, so the heist was a complete waste of time, no point even doing it, and there's a whole briefcase of cash that he could have grabbed quickly before he ran off, and he chose to leave it behind. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a complete waste of a heist, and the gameplay doesn't even feel like a heist. It feels like a mission. Like, some of the setups are actually harder and longer than the final heist itself. It's pathetic. And the measly cut you get for a fourth heist, it's the second to last. You'd expect a good amount of cash, and you barely get anything. But finally, the one that really grinds my gears, the Pacific Standard final heist. Any exploits to help you finish the heist are patched instantly, yet bugs that delay you finishing the heist are not. So, for the final heist, there's YouTube videos like last month that came out on how you can glitch the game and get to the end easier without taking the damage. Now that's been patched pretty much instantly, like you can't do it anymore. Now granted, glitches like that shouldn't be in the game, those exploits shouldn't be a thing, but don't just patch it because people are helping out other people by pointing it out, because you never would have done it if someone didn't find it out. Either release the game proper, or just feck off. So yeah, they're happy to patch that, but then when the fleeker job's broken, stopping you earning that extra bit of dollar, nah, you're not having it. Right, this is the most irritating thing in the world. So, friendly fire is off completely through every setup and every heist. You cannot hurt a friend. However, if the guy is carrying the money and you shoot him, you still lose part of the cut. Why is that even a thing? If friendly fire is off, that person should not be losing money. Why on earth is that happening? I know why. So you buy a shark card. Shark card conspiracy. The routes you are forced to take from walking to the bank, getting to the bikes, and driving to the boat are way longer than necessary. So when you come out the bank, you could just go straight down the hill and to the right and you're at the bikes. But instead, they make you take an extra long route where you're fighting off waves of cops, taking damage and losing money just because you'll lose money. You'll have less when you're done, and therefore you'll buy shark cards. And driving to that boat, they want you to take this big jump where you're gonna fall and crash and die if you're not careful and lose a bunch of money, and you're gonna get shot and you're gonna be stabbed and your kids are gonna leave you and your wife's gonna leave you, your dog's gonna die, your nan's gonna get arrested for arson, your uncle's gonna be convicted as a paedophile, just because they make you go the wrong way. If you just set your waypoint to the logo of the boat on the map, you can drive straight there. Job's a good one. And finally, A bank would contain way more than $1.25 million for you to steal. These are just some points that I'm pointing out regarding the heist. The list can go on, like the programming and the coding and other computer words, the pixels, the RAM, the hard drive, the mouse mat, the curries, the PC world, the Apple Store. It can go on, but I digress. Because after you've put in this hard work and effort to scrape together some cash to buy an overpriced car, you're coming out with less than you expect. And that's because, one reason, you got rockstarred. Thank you all for watching. Join me soon for part 2, where I discuss changes to missions and inflation of vehicle costs. Merry Christmas all of yez. Wash your hands.